Welcome to the Curly Hair Q&A show. I am your host, Ken Nichols, and this is Melanie Nichols. She is the founder of the Raw Hair Organic Salon in beautiful Naples, Florida. It's one of the top curly hair salons in the country, and Melanie is one of the top curl specialists anywhere in the world. She is also, what else? What else? Maybe we should do this a little different, or should I just go with? She's also the founder of the Raw Curls brand of natural and organic curly hair products. Would you like a little different intro? This is our. If you haven't noticed, this is not only our New Year's Eve 2019, but it is also our 100th episode. So
we are old.
So I know we're running a little bit late. I apologize for those of you who are watching
heavy
live.
Traffic and cops everywhere.
Yeah, and down where we live, everybody's here on vacation. So see our 100 balloons.
Wow, we're 100.
We're like hip. If
at least you are. You're like grandma.
Right. Thanks. If we were 26-year-old girls on Instagram, this would be the chisel. McDizzle. Is that a word?
Is it? Why? There we go. Now I got it the right way.
Yeah, see it?
100.
So it's our 100th episode. So we're going to do a bunch of different things today. Yeah, we're going to do Q&A, so feel free to hang out. If you're watching live, you'll get to see all this. If you're listening on podcast, you're gonna miss some of it, but we're going to tell you a lot. We're going to tell you a lot about what we're doing and whatever. So before we get into the festivities, and there's going to be a lot of festivities today. Yay. So we're probably going to run a little bit. We'll probably run a little bit long since we've started a little bit late. We're going to run a little bit long. So if you have nothing to do tonight or very little to do tonight, thanks for hanging out with us. It'll kind of be worth it. All right, let's get the crap news out of the way. Let's get the bad news out of the way so we can celebrate our 100th episode and go into 2019 on a positive note. If you noticed, Murphy Murph is with us.
Woo, she's ready. Happy New Year, man. She's got her party dress on, her pearls, and her Happy New Year
and her
tiara
Happy New Year
that
tiara.
she's not really
she's not happy about that, but she's with us. Who's not with us is Miley. And if you've been with us long enough for last several years, you've known for the last couple that Miley had been sick. And she took a turn for the worse last week. And
2 weeks ago. It's
2
been
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, actually, right? Or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago tomorrow. She took a turn for the worse and died in her daddy's arms. So, so it hasn't been a really fun Christmas, but
we're looking forward to a new year.
We're looking forward to a new year.
She went peacefully, and thank you all for your condolences.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'm surprised at how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people reached out to us in one way or another, and that was great. We appreciate that.
Murphy Murph and everyone's trying to adjust, and so we're now missing one of the founders of the Raw Paws, but at least she was here for the launch and for a good portion of the marketing of that.
Yeah. So that's that. So anyway, so we'll see her again someday, but in the meantime, Murphy Murph lately has been having she's been having a little bit of trouble. I think she's finally come to realize that Miley's not coming home. And so it's been a little tougher. Yeah, she's not happy lately. But I did talk to Dick this morning, and he said anytime she can go visit her friends and have a play date.
Good.
And I said, I'll be sure and do that. So anyway, okay, so that's the bad news. All right, moving on. So a couple of things. So we didn't do a Christmas episode, which we talked about we weren't going to do, and I did mention during that show that we had a Christmas gift for Rhett, and here it is in this box. For those of you watching on video, you can see it. We're not going to let him open it until afterwards. So.
Ooh, I hope you all.
You'll be able to open it. You'll be able to open it as soon as the show's over.
Is he going to do it on camera?
No, he probably better not.
Why?
Well, it's lingerie.
In case he doesn't like it?
Well, it's lingerie.
Oh, it's a G-string.
Trust me, if you guys saw Red on camera, you don't want to see him in a G-string. You don't want to see me in one either.
Would it be like a scene from what's that movie with Where he says, "How do I look?"
Oh yeah, it'd be just like Chris Farley in
Chris Farley. I couldn't think of his name.
Right, in Tommy Boy. How do we look? Anyway, so here's his Christmas gift, and trust me, he's gonna love it. He better, because that's all he's getting. Anyway,
no, he got a nice gift.
He did get a nice gift. I forgot about that. Rhett, did you like a gift? Oh my God, he re-gifted.
What?
He re-gifted.
Are you serious?
I can't believe it. You re-gifted our gift. You appreciate it, or did they appreciate it?
I can't.
So 4 people appreciate it, is what you're telling me. Okay.
Because you didn't have a gift for your in-laws.
Okay. Well, then that's great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah, we appreciate you too. That's why, you know what? We're just going to re-gift your gift before you even get to look at it.
Exactly. No, but it would have been better off lying.
Yeah, Rhett, if you lied though, we would have found out, and then it would have been
No champagne for you.
No champagne for you, right? So, okay, so that's that. So we have that. Where else do we want to go from here?
I don't know. What are you drinking?
Okay. Water. I was sick of using those plastic bottles because they're so noisy. So I went to an insulated cup instead.
Okay.
So anyway, so that's
hopefully everyone had a wonderful Christmas, and here we are.
Yeah, so here we are.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Why don't we get into some questions? We'll talk about let's do the questions, and then we're going to kind of go through the history of how this show started and why it started, and it'll be fun. Trust me. Hang out. You're gonna get to hear and see some things that I'm sure 99% of you have not. And trust me, it'll be worth it. Maybe we should actually. Now we'll open the champagne at the end. But here, because of our system, I got to bring up a different laptop to get to the questions.
Oh, okay. Well, are you going to go back to any of the beginning of when we started?
No.
How we used to do it in the kitchen?
No.
Do the show.
We weren't able to do that. But I did have some of the very first videos that I did, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I did around the first 50, 52, 53 of them I did alone. And then Melanie came on after that for about the second 50 or so. And Rhett, you came on what? You came on probably about 75. Rhett came in it, so he's been in here for 25 of these and 100 of the dailies. So so the longer shows were much different than the way we do them now. And even the second gen was much different than this too, because we used to do them in our kitchen. And now it's all high tech, and it's much more complicated.
And Miley and Murphy used to walk around in the background.
People would comment about it all the time.
Squeak the toy.
Every time we went live, we'd go live, and Murphy immediately, that means I grabbed the toy. All right, well, let's get into some questions, and then we'll go through some other stuff, and we'll talk about that. So, Melanie, I want to know. What are the holy grails of refreshing techniques? I'm a working mom. I get very little bathroom time before work, so I need some quick go-to tips for making my style last.
Okay.
Got any ideas?
Yep. So, the easiest thing is re-moistening the hair. If you already have your product set in there, like your gel, definitely you can just refresh by spritzing it with a leave-in conditioner. We use the Raw Curls Anti-Frizz, so that re-moistens the curls. You reshape them, and then if you wanted to add a little bit more cast to it, or have a little bit more control after that, you could also use a spray gel. So that works really, really nicely. And then, sometimes if I have unruly pieces, and I just take a little bit more of pomade or shine serum and just run my hands and fingers over those pieces to calm down. Like the little grays like to stand up or, misbehave. So sometimes I have to have a little chit chat with those. And so but it takes minutes. That all just takes minutes.
Okay.
Just like my little updo today. I did a curly updo because people always ask about that. Mm-hmm. Is it fun to, do updos or formal styles with curly hair? What should they tell their stylist? I mean, this literally took me minutes, 5 minutes or less. So I just put my hair up in a formal style, added a headband, and there you go.
And it looks like you actually spent a bunch of time on it.
Well, I don't don't know. Now that I look in the camera, it looks like that piece is falling. But
yeah.
Yeah.
We've been chasing around here the last 15. That's why we're a little bit late. So got a little hectic.
There we go. So, yeah, I literally just took a ponytail, wrapped it around, you put the headband on first, take the ponytail, split the hair, and push the ponytail through so it gives a little wrap around, and then you can just pin up the curls however you want, and it looks cute. I like, see, yep, that one's going to dangle down.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the cool thing about that is you can just take it and shove it back in there around the headband. So no problemo. There we are.
Yeah. Okay. Melanie, what technique do you recommend for clumping or curl clumping? I have a hard time doing it in the shower and getting my hair to remain clumpy and not go straight or stringy. Any suggestions?
Yeah, well, the best way that I find, to get the hair to clump is, first of all, to have it wet when you start, and then you apply your products. And then, I think some people are taking too much water out before they're applying their products, and that's a problem. So, but then we scrunch the hair if this person is needing more clumping. The less, like the wider tooth comb that you use or your fingers are going to give you more clumping, although some people swear that they get better clumping using a Denman brush. That's not the case for me. It depends on your hair type. So I'm going to stick with, with the wider, whatever you're using, like your fingers or a wide tooth comb, is going to leave those curls more clumped together, nice and wet. Apply the product. And then once you flip your head over and scrunch, I really find it sets those clumps and locks those curls in with we use the flour sack towel. So, and that really gives a nice, beautiful clumped curl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do in the salon, and I find it works really well.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. Oh, boy. Melanie, do you both make New Year's resolutions? If so, what are they for 2019? Have you made any resolutions?
Yay, I'm glad somebody asked. Yep. My New Year's resolution is I'm going to start drinking. So we're off to a good start
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it, does anybody know at 8 o'clock Eastern time, is it 8 o'clock Eastern time? Is that, it's 1 oh, so we missed it. It's 1 a.m. in the UK.
They already, that's right. Cause Kevin always celebrates with his sister because he has a hard time staying awake. Okay.
All right. So I guess I was going to say we could pop it open and say, hey, but I guess not.
You can pop it open.
We'll wait. I got to get through. No, I know when I'm going to do it. Right, Rhett? When I have a little free time, which will be shortly.
Oh, okay.
New Year's resolution. So you're going to start drinking.
Yep, that's mine. I'm going to conquer my first goal tonight.
You don't like drinking.
I hate drinking.
Okay, good. All right.
No, yeah, I do. I set goals all year round. And so that's what I was having a discussion about this with somebody else. And so it's not like I have this list of I'm going to start working out, I'm going to start eating better. I try to do those things all year. I am giving up sugar tomorrow for a month. And who knows, maybe I may keep going. So, that's why I'm going to start drinking instead. Yeah, I'm going to start lying. I'm going to start drinking. Who knows? It'll be fun.
Right, Melanie's just...
Who knows what'll happen, in the next year and the next episode. But
boy,
yeah,
stay tuned.
Awesome. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So, I'm going to try to learn more about curly hair as much as possible, more than I knew last year, and, just continue to improve on my knowledge and skills,
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
Murph. I don't really do the resolution thing, and I am the same way. Is that I look at if there's something that I think needs to be addressed, or let's just use that. I don't need to wait for a new year to do it. I mean, I always kind of laugh at the gym because I figured it out, because all the New Year's resolution people, they start on the 1st. And usually by, I don't know why this date is significant, but usually by February 15th is like the cutoff where they all start to drop off, is right about then. That's the only thing I could think of, Rhett, is Rhett said that it's people trying to get ready and get all, tightened up for Valentine's Day. And then once Valentine's Day over, they just they just kind of blow it. I don't know if that's it, but yeah. So I will use. I don't wait. If I'm going to do something, I don't. So I don't. A couple of things I know I'm going to change. Well, not a couple of things. I have a whole list of things that I'm going to do in 2019. One is I'm going to make a whole lot more videos. For those of you who have followed along, my Rawganics green juice powder supplement deal that's launching like now. I believe pre-orders are going to come in. I think tomorrow. I should probably ask my people about that. They know more than I do. So I'll probably be doing a whole lot more videos. Rhett and I will be recording a whole lot more stuff, so you get to watch
You're
that
whole
thing.
The coffee enema video.
I'm gonna.
Rhett is so looking forward to that one.
Rhett is so looking forward to doing that video. He got awful quiet. But yeah, as far as resolutions, no.
You always make one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Be a better husband. But that's a given because I just put that in there every year. I just because it's important. Even though I'm an abject failure. Is it abject or object? It's abject.
Whatever.
Abject failure.
Just go with failure.
Just go with failure. Okay, moving on. How does everyone refresh? I want to wear my waves for more than one day, but my hair looks and feels gross with an exclamation point.
Yeah, I was just having this conversation with somebody in the salon in the past week as well. And I think that comes down to products and perhaps using the wrong ones, getting buildup. Because most people should be able to, for sure, go more than one day. If you can't get beyond 3, I understand that. But, just getting one good day of curls doesn't seem right to me. So I have a feeling that that's using the wrong products and having buildup, and that's why they don't look good. So, using clean products that have ingredients that are not going to build up on the hair would be important for that.
That would be.
And, it's some people, I just had a 12-year-old girl that came in the salon, and honestly, I didn't, the dad, it was so cute, actually. The dad had contacted me because they started researching, his daughter was getting into all this curly hair business, and he called me and he was so sweet. He wanted to treat his daughter to having a curly cut. And I honestly didn't think that they would spend money on all these products but she was having problems with her scalp. So we went over, the reasons why and what I would suggest using. And he bought everything for her, everything. And he said it was like magic. He's never seen her curls like that before. So it was really cool. So, it is important. It's going to go a longer way. They're very concentrated. But if you want your curls to look the best, I do truly feel that, it is in the cut and the products.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do another question here. I have a lot of scalp buildup with lots of flaking, probably from using dry shampoo. Yeah, probably from using dry shampoo once a week, and for a while not scrubbing my scalp well enough. So yesterday I decided to make a do-it-yourself treatment by making a thick paste with baking soda, Castile soap, and tea tree oil. I scrubbed it hard into my scalp and hair, let it sit, and rinsed it out per instructions. My scalp is lovely, squeaky clean with no more buildup or dead skin, etc., but it hurts. Yesterday it felt a bit irritated, but today it's sensitive and achy. Do you have any thoughts on why?
Well, yeah, I mean, baking soda is going to give a reaction. You would be able to explain that better than me, probably.
Yeah, and it could be,
baking soda bubbles up. It
could.
It has that
because it's basic.
It's almost like a peroxide, isn't it?
Well, it's basic. It's a real high base. And I'm just reading the question again on my computer.
I feel like is a little bit aggressive.
It's my guess, because if she's already having the flaking scalp, is that. My guess is her scalp, if she's using dry shampoo, what people, I don't know if most people know this or not, but I'll just bring it up. But dry shampoo, what it typically does is it's a real drying agent. That's what it does. It's really sucking up the oils and whatever. So it's not, they call it dry shampoo, but I'm not a
cornstarch or
yes, it's not really
a
quote unquote shampoo.
No.
It's not a cleanser.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's dry. What it really does is it dries up. So my guess is her scalp has already been dry.
Correct.
And now she went in there with something aggressive. That's that obviously that's more liquid. The Castile soap, Tea tree oil. I mean, that can sting on raw skin, man.
Yeah, tea tree oil, again, it's like antibacterial. It's good for, getting rid of funguses, acne. It is used a lot of times for dry scalp or dandruff, but it is more of a menthol type of stimulation, kind of like a peppermint, a wintergreen, all of those things are used, but that can have a little bit of a burning feeling when you put it on, like our muscle rub. There's mints and menthols and eucalyptuses. Right. I mean, it's like a type of eucalyptus. So it has, it can have a burning sensation to it. So I would recommend something more soothing, like lavender, calendula, aloe, we have in our Raw Paws line, but people have used it, the Magic, and that's very soothing, that you can spray on your scalp. Going with something more like an apple cider vinegar with distilled water is going to be acidic, but not as aggressive. That's used for like burns and stuff. Yeah. So I would have gone the other direction.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, should we do a giveaway? Let's do a giveaway.
Okay.
We're going to do a giveaway, and we're going to do a couple.
Are we going to have a toast when we do a giveaway?
No, but we'll do it after. We'll do it after this. Rhett, are you ready? He's okay. If you look, Rhett, if you look by your mixing board to the left of it, you'll see a sheet of paper with answers on it. Okay, that should do it. So the way we're gonna do this contest is we're gonna do a couple of giveaways, and they're all gonna be questions. And Rhett is gonna pick the winners. And because it's difficult, because of the way the feed goes, you guys, he's gonna pick who he sees with the right answer first. And we've tried to do this in the past, and sometimes some people are. It's a game, okay?
Oh, it's all in fun.
It's just
my
fun.
God, don't get your undies in a bundle.
Please, right? It's just fun. But I could see how people will get their undies in a bundle because these prizes are really, really good.
Well.
Okay, so you ready, Rhett, to get yelled at? Because everybody's going to call you nasty names when you...
Oh, goody.
He doesn't care. He's here.
Can I call him nasty names too?
You could.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's the first giveaway and the first question. And a lot of these questions, if not all of them, are going to be questions that you're going to have been a listener or viewer of past shows to be able to probably win. So the first prize giveaway we're going to do tonight is going to be an 8-ounce bottle of Raw Curls Anti-Frizz Spray, #1 selling product, patented molecule for frizz, and amazing stuff. And those of you who used it, love it. And the people who haven't tried it, you need to love it. You need to try it. And here's your chance.
That kind of goes back to that question when she said, what's the Holy Grail for refreshing? So for me, the Holy Grail would be the anti-frizz.
Does this thing.
Yeah. Because even when people, we have clients, usually new clients that come into the salon for a curly cut, and they've had their hair pulled back in a ponytail. They don't listen to instructions, whatever. And you can't see the curl pattern. So I have to take out my anti-frizz and just start spritzing, and you can see that curl pattern start reshaping in there. Or if it's we use those at the shows. People with crazy frizzy hair walk by, and we just run up and spray them. And, we sell a ton of it because it is amazing. That is like a holy grail.
Yeah, she's not liking that tiara.
She's not loving that tiara.
She's not loving it. And
we're gonna put it on Daddy.
And okay, to make this one even better, this is a really good prize package. So that's like, I don't know, $21. And you get a 4-ounce RH Organics skincare anti-aging face and neck firming lotion. That's a natural and organic firming lotion. I use this twice a day. Do you use this stuff every day?
I do.
I use it twice a day. This alone is $100 and some bucks.
I think, my lines and my forehead are gone, the lines here, and my neck, I think.
Yep. Your décolleté.
My décolleté.
Décolleté. That's what they call it.
No. This was bad. Actually, I didn't get carded today. I was kind of.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Dang.
I can't even believe it.
I got carded when I bought that bottle of champagne.
I did not.
I swear
get
to God,
carded.
I was so mad that I was trying to get my phone out because I
need
was like,
more
I wanted a video.
For me, neck cream up here.
Okay, all right. So here, first, this is the first of several giveaways. So I hope you're hanging out with us. Is the anti-frizz spray, the face and neck furring. This is the 4 ounce. This is a limited edition that we made up. You know, this is probably $140 prize package. Ooh ah, ooh ah. And here's the question. A couple of weeks back, we had an interview. We had an interview guest on the Thursday edition of the Curly Hair Q&A with Miss Michelle Breyer, who is the founder of naturallycurly.com. And in that discussion, she told us about a new event that she founded in New York City during Fashion Week for curly hair and textured hair. What is the exact name of that event? And there's a delay. Okay. Well, we don't have to wait. Red'll get that. Hopefully you're a winner. But if you don't win this, Rhett, you'll just let me know who the winner is when somebody gets it, and then we'll
see if she'll lay up there.
Yeah, we'll get into the next one. Oh God, this is dangerous. Close, but not quite. Somebody's gonna get it. Okay. Well, let's get into the next thing. Why you're doing this? God, Murphy scares me. God, I mean, Miley back in the old days. I mean, she just plopped down there and she'd be there as long as we wanted her to.
I'm surprised she's sitting.
No, they're both completely different people.
She's a wild one.
She's that she is. That she is.
She's got mommy's
let me get this
energy.
Out of here. No, she's got somebody's energy. So,
you're gonna show your shorts.
Oh, don't look. You don't want to see my tuxedo pants. They're well, all right, they're not.
They're
okay.
cut off.
So we got so much to go over tonight. My God.
Keep going.
And we'll be going till midnight. So as I stated before, for those of you who are new, I know some of you who have actually been watching this since we started this, and we actually started.
What a good
there
girl.
We go. What a
See,
good.
he was talking bad things about you, and look at what a good girl.
We'll see
you
how
are.
long this lasts.
Mm-hmm.
So the way this kind of started out is, before we had a group a couple of years back, I would be in a lot of the curly hair groups because obviously we have a winner. Hold on.
Winner.
Carla Stevens, you are the big winner of giveaway number
Yay,
1. Carla, if you could send.
Should we blow our horns?
We could. Ready, Carla? Here. That's it.
Oh, we're gonna scare Murphy.
Well, I don't want to hurt the listeners, so.
Oh, okay.
If you could, Carla,
They're
send Rhett a
pom-poms.
private message and give him your full name, full mailing address, and in the next 6 months we'll get your prize out. So
They're like little pom-poms.
they kind of are. So it kind of started out with me being in a lot of these hair groups and just being kind of like most of you people who are in our Facebook groups or on Instagram or anywhere else, and I was just sharing a lot of knowledge about product and whatnot. And the more and more that went on, that I did that, I started to realize that I wasn't able to get as much out to as many people as probably needed to. Saw lots of misinformation. And so somebody hinted to me and they said, Facebook now has their live, software. Why don't you start doing Facebook Lives? So I did. I started doing like Fridays and Saturday nights because I would work and Melanie would work, so I had nothing better to do. And I would do them in this, I would do them in this studio, and they would be anywhere from 20 minutes and whatever. And I started just taking my cell phone and putting it up on my desk and sitting in front of it and talking about, topics about curly hair. And that went on for quite a while. And that took me quite a while to get used to doing, and it was really a bit out of my comfort zone because I'm typically very outgoing, but
Murphy.
As a lot of you know, I went through stage 3B cancer 3 times, and during the course of it screwed up my memory like the last time. Screwed up my memory, so my speech got different, where my mind can't really keep up a lot of the time with what I'm saying, or it can't think far enough ahead, and I would stop. It's not like stutter, I can't think of another word for it, but it was embarrassing for me because I was never like that. And I'm like, I got to get over this. So I just kept doing them and kept doing them. And it was, I just watching myself was a train wreck, but I knew it was the only way to get through it. And so I'm, because I had a lot of information, a lot of knowledge to share. Well, after I did a number of those and I got into the 20s and 30s, I started to get a lot of people who were coming from other curly groups who were actually watching me. I was doing these just on my personal pages, and they were, watching and commenting, and a lot of these women started to get nasty, and they started to make fun of the way that I talk or the way that I stopped. It's not a stutter. It's not a stammer. It's just, sometimes I have to stop and let my brain catch up. And, they started making fun of me and whatever, and kind of ridiculing what I was saying. It went on and on and on. And one day it just kind of came to a head, and I started to get messages about a certain topic. A topic was being shared throughout a lot of the curly hair groups about co-washing. And there was a lot of really bad information going on. And I went on and I did a Facebook Live for 20 minutes and explained, here's the real ins and outs of it. I'm a product manufacturer, wife owns a curly hair salon. I'm going to tell you the real world of it, and I did that, and it was just can I say shit storm? It was a poop storm.
You can say it. It's a new year. We're going to swear too.
Yeah, it was.
Yay.
Yeah, it turned on a shitstorm, and I got absolutely attacked brutally by these women. And they started not only doing it publicly, but they started sending me private messages and DMs and whatever, and nasty.
About what?
Well, you're going to find out. So what I did, Rhett, are you smiling? Maybe. Well, that's right. Rhett tried to lift it. We're going to find out. So what I did is all this kind of came about, and I had been, talking about products and been talking about techniques and all this other stuff. And a lot of these women were coming back and saying, what's this white guy with no curly hair know about curly hair? And they were, basically saying I was full of shit.
They say the same thing about me.
I know, I say the same thing now. I know it doesn't change. So it kind of built up, and then one Saturday night I just had enough, and I kind of thought, I'm like, I am not stopping. I'm not going to stop doing these. So I decided, you know what? I've always been a guy that I don't mind taking punches when they're good, but don't expect me to not swing back. Because I'll swing back. And when I swing back, I swing back harder. So what I did is I went and I did a show on a Saturday night, and it went long. It went probably 45 minutes. And
this was before me.
Oh, this was before you. You've never seen this. And you're gonna see a 5, 6, 7 minute snippet here of how this played out. But
you went on a rant.
I'll tell did I go? But it was beautiful. So looking back at it, a year ago, I'd look back at it and cringe. Now I look back at it now, thinking about what I'm going to be doing in the future, what I'm going to be doing in 2019. And now it's like, it really got me empowered. You know what? And that whole thing really pushed me to do the whole raw organics thing, because I had been concerned for the longest time that I didn't want to talk about that topic of cancer anymore, because I didn't want all the people going after me. Because I know they're gonna when they start hearing my story. And that, when I got over that, I got the whole rapper's mentality. I'm just swinging back, and it really pushed me towards everything. And it's kind of how we got to here. And you're gonna see that in a minute. So Rhett was kind enough to a couple of the girls in the group in our Facebook group today were kind enough to search, because God, I couldn't find it. Found this video, and part of that video, as I said, a lot of what I had been getting a lot of heat about was people attacking me that I didn't know what the hell I was talking about products. When I started, people would talk about products and I'd say, well, that's not this, or that's this, or this has got that, and whatever. And so I decided to kind of prove them wrong. So what you're not seeing in this video is the first 15 minutes of that video, or 14 minutes, is all the people who sent me messages and private messages and called me nasty, nasty things. These women who never thought in a million years, who never thought in a million years that I would do anything about it. I called them all out by name and read their tweets, their messages, every single, as naughty and nasty as they are. And and I didn't back off. And I had women contacting me for up to a week after that, almost begging me to delete that, because, you know, because they're getting attacked now in groups saying, I can't believe you talk to somebody that way. And
it happens to me, you know. I mean, people nowadays, it's just unfortunately the way of the world. You know, as positive you try to be, you know, people are can get really nasty and disrespectful. And it's happened to me. You know, you just have to, you know, that's why I've talked about it before. You know, when we have these parents in the salon that talk about their kids being bullied, I said, you know what? It still happens today. You have to learn how to deal with it. It happens to me. They're just shocked. And, you know, I've shared stories about things that people, you know, have said about me and continue to attack on. And, you know, my clients and people in the salon are just shocked, literally shocked. They can't believe that goes on. And it does. So, yeah, it's kind of, you know, something you just have to deal with and learn how to, you know, handle.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these weeks when we can't do a show and we need to do, maybe we'll just run that whole thing. I don't know. We'd have to really think about it. Because I still feel good about it, but it's, you know, in a way, I kind of don't want to go back there because, you know, because I name so many people's names. I mean, first and last names, people you guys would know in these groups. And in a way, it's kind of not fair to them because, you know, 2 years goes by and now I'm going to dig that up and throw it back at them again. There's got to be some sense of forgiveness. I mean, I've moved on. I mean, but but the interesting thing, and Rhett and I were talking about this, is it really did almost 100% stopped after that. It stopped because all these people in the groups realized that I don't want that guy doing that to me, to 2,000 people watching his video, ugly. Right?
You can get ugly too. That's, you know.
Right. And I, don't swing at me if you're not prepared.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all have that where, you know, I can be, I tolerate a lot. I'm very, very tolerant and I have a lot of patience, but once you cross that line, you know, I can, you know, and I try not to, but it can really bring somebody down to their knees. Yeah. Like I was just talking about the situation with Murphy when I was taking her for a walk that night and a dog came running out and kind of attacked. And I said, you know, that dog was about to learn who's alpha. And, you know, it's kind of the same way in, you know, in the professional world. It's like, I'll take so much, you know, for a while. And, you know, I always try to be humble and, you know, but, you know, you push so far and pretty soon you're going to learn who's alpha. Right.
So that being said, so here's the last part of that show, that curly hair Q&A. The way this part came about was a number of women were sending me messages saying my shows were boring. And a lot of women at the same time were saying that I didn't know anything about ingredients or formulas or about the products I was talking about. I didn't know what I was talking about. So I killed two birds with one stone. And Melanie, you're not going to get to see it, but you're going to get to hear it. Oh, she'll be able to see it. All right, if it plays, Rhett, keep your fingers crossed. All right, let it rip. We're going to do the long-awaited, and I'm like I said, God.
All that for that.
We're going to do the long-awaited, and I'm like I said, I'm trying to pack it enough. Now, go give Rhett just a second. He's working.
Put your hat
on. We're going to do the long-awaited, and I'm like I said, I'm trying to pack it enough. Now, as you saw, as I read the mean tweets, you know, a lot of people thought I wasn't entertaining enough and too monotone. So I decided that I'd been working on this. Originally, I had been working on this raw curls versus deal, and I've done a couple of these before, and you saw them, and I tried to be real good about them. Anyway, and you know, kind of neutral as neutral as I can be, right? I suppose I should. And I got a number of text messages from people or PMs, and people would say that they asked me. They said, "Why don't you compare yourself against InnerSense? Why don't you compare your brands against Up North Naturals? Why don't you compare yourself against brands like that?" And my answer is my whole idea of doing these comparison videos isn't to compare, my brands against other brands that are obviously trying to use healthier and better and organic and natural and non-toxic ingredients. It's not my point of this. My point of this is to show you these brands out there that are full of crap, toxic ingredients that you shouldn't be putting on your skin, you shouldn't be putting on your scalp, you shouldn't be putting on your body. You just shouldn't. And I'm trying to make those points of which ones they are and why, and try to teach you some things about ingredients so you understand, so you can be make informed decisions. I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I mean it with all my heart. I don't give a crap if any of you ever buy any of my products ever again. I could care less. I really could. But you know what? If in 20 years I'm living in a trailer park somewhere broke, but I know because we were one of the first and we took all the heat and went through all the crap, if in 20 years I'm dead broke living in a trailer park, but all the major brands of products, the L'Oreals of the world, the Paul Mitchells of the world, the Procter & Gamble's of the world, if they're all making affordable, natural and organic hair products and beauty products, and that's the norm, dude, I won. Then I won, because that's the goal. If you've heard me tell my story, if you ever read anything about my story, I think it's pretty damn obvious that is absolutely the case. So getting back to this, I told you, I said that's why I don't want to do it. I don't want to go after I don't want to go after somebody like InnerSense or Mealy Organics or Up North Naturals or whoever the hell that's actually trying. It's not my. That gets my end game. That doesn't get me to my end game. Most of the time, it doesn't get me to my end game. But I thought about it. So I said no, but I thought about it. So about 10 days ago, I went to Sally's and I'm looking around and I ran into Mealy Organics. And I had never really even looked into them. I had heard a lot of people talk about them in the forums, and I know a lot of women buy their products because they're a black woman-owned company, or black-owned company, and a lot of people buy their products and support them for that, whatever. And I went to Sally's, and I saw their product on their shelf, and I thought, what the heck? And I grabbed one of the bottles that I thought would fit into this, because I mean, if you know their brand, they got a lot of different stuff. And I picked something out. And I picked out 2 bottles, so I had one bottle for this and then one bottle I could go through and kind of try and whatever. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to do, this is going to be kind of like a WWE kind of 3-way battle of Raw Curls, Raw Hair Organics, and Mealy Organics. And we're going to do that now. So I'm going to, I've actually, my allergies have been really terrible the last couple of days, so I'm going to suck on a cough drop while I do this. So hopefully it's not too annoying, but let's get through this. You know how I normally, if you haven't seen me do this before, typically what I do is I do 12 to 15 questions, and or actually categories, and then I compare them all together, and then I rank them up by points, and we see who wins. It's kind of like it, and we try not to bash too much. So anyway, so I'm going to turn the camera around and let's do it. And I'm going to try to make this more entertaining, so I quit pissing a lot of people off. So let's try this and see what kind of train wreck this turns out to be. Okay, so here we go. This is our battle royale of Raw Curls versus Raw Hair Organics Magnificent Moisture Shampoo, the Raw Curls Cleanser, and the Mealy Organics Babassu Conditioning Shampoo from Mealy Organics. Hi, I'm Raw Curls Cleanser. And I'm Raw Hair Organics Magnificent Moisture Shampoo. And I'm Mealy Organics. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start from the beginning. Price. Let's see. Let's try to figure out who's the best value. And that's kind of one of the things when I start this. We don't do it as being, who's the cheapest. It's who's the best value. So, how about you, Raw Curls Cleanser? Well, I'm 16 ounces, and I cost $23. Well, that's pretty good. How about you, Raw Hair Organics Magnificent Moisture Shampoo? Well, I'm 8 ounces, and I'm $16.95. Oh, you sure are a little pricey. Yeah, but I'm worth it.
Okay, I guess we'll find out. How about you, Mealy Organics? How much are you? Well, I'm 8 fluid ounces, and I'm $12.99. Wow, that's pretty good. Wow, that's not bad. So that is, if we try to figure out who's the best value, I would actually, just by price, it's the Raw Curls Cleanser wins that category, but it's close. It's within $1 of the Mealy Organics Babassu Conditioning Shampoo. And you, Raw Hair Organics Magnificent Moisture Shampoo, you're the priciest of the bunch. Yeah, but I'm the best. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right, category number, category number 2, philanthropy. Let's see, which one of these brands and companies, who does the most in the philanthropic world? Who gives back the most? Let's see. How about you, Raw Curls Cleanser? Well, we give back 10% of all income that comes in to the Raw Hair Organics Company every year. Wow, that's pretty good. Actually, you're wrong, Raw Curls. We gave back 20% of our total income from sales in 2015 and 2016. Wow, that's pretty good, but guess what? You guys are both wrong. What? What do you mean? What do you mean we're wrong? Well, actually, last year, you gave away 21% of all your total sales to charities and nonprofits across the world, including our own 501c3 organization, the Nuts and Bolts Foundation. How about you, Mealy Organics? What did you do for philanthropy? Well, I think we should just move on and go to the next question. Well, why should we do that? Well, let's just move on. Well, let me take a look at my paperwork and see what I got here. Oh, Mealy Organics, I took a look at your website, and you guys don't give back at all. You're not involved in any charitable organizations. What? That's downright embarrassing. How did you even let him in here? Well, he's in here, so let's move on to the next one. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shut up. All right, next question. Organic ingredients. Okay, since we all claim to be natural and organic, let's see who's got the most organic ingredients. Well, I'll start. I'm Raw Curls Cleanser, and I have almost 70% organic ingredients, and I'm 100% natural. Try beating that, you guys. Boy, that's pretty good. Oh yeah? Well, I'm even better than that. I'm 100% natural, and I'm 80% organic, so you can kiss my rear end. Wow, that's really good. How about you, Mealy Organics? Let's just move on to the next question. Why should we move on to the next question? Yeah, why should we move on to the next question? Yeah, why should we? Well, I'm looking at basically the paperwork here, and I looked on the back of your bottle, and your name is Mealy Organics, but it looks to me like you don't have any organic ingredients. 0. And you're named Mealy Organics. What? Are you kidding? You must be lying. I gotta look back. Holy crap, he's right. There are no organic ingredients in Mealy Organics. You're a phony. What are we going to do? I think we should kick his ass. I think that's what we'll do. I think we should. No, stop it, you guys. Stop. There's not one organic ingredient in that product.
Well...
You must have thought it was pretty entertaining.
See, Melanie couldn't hear it,
and yourself up, huh?
We could see it on our screen here on our monitor. Melanie has never seen this, so she couldn't hear it. Rhett could hear it, and I could just really faintly hear it in my headphones. I haven't seen that. That's about 2 years old. I haven't seen that. God. I gotta admit, it's still kind of funny, when he goes behind him to look at his ingredient label because he won't tell. What do you think we should do? let's kick his ass. So anyway, so that's how this all started. And I hope you guys enjoyed that, because you're probably not going to get to see it again. Maybe. We'll save it for something special. The whole episode. Someday I'll show the whole episode. But that's kind of how it started. And from, like I said, from that point forward, the attacks pretty much went away, and for the most part. And it kind of evolved into this, where shortly after that, I brought Melanie in, and her schedule. So the reason was, I was doing them, when she was at work late, and we decided shortly after that, we went to a big trade show, big hair show. And we had a curly hair booth, and Melanie was on a big panel and whatever for stylists. And as we were at that show, if you guys watched the interview with Michelle Breyer, and I told her, as she ran that whole deal, I went to my hotel room after that. Melanie and the girls from the salon flew back out of Chicago, and I sat there in the hotel by myself, and I said, I realized then that there really needed to be a curly hair group that was run by curly hair professionals, like people really in the game, and who really knew, because I saw so much misinformation being shared, which caused videos like the one you just saw, and then being at a convention full of stylists who really, for the most part, I hate to say it, but it's just true. For the most part, a lot of them had no idea about the facts of curly hair and working with curly hair and curly hair products and techniques and whatever. They just didn't. And that's when I started the first group, the Curly Girls Support Group, literally by myself, 10 o'clock at night, after eating some bad Chinese in Chinatown. And stuff that looked like could have walked off the plate. And I am not kidding, or swam off the plate. And I started the group, and with one person, me, and in no time it got to where we are now, it's 60,000. And we, at that point, shortly after that, is when I started bringing Melanie in to the show. We started doing them on Monday nights. Yeah, that's when it got fun. Yeah, but that's when they got much better. They got much more professional. More informative. And we started doing them on video, not podcast. We started doing them on video in our kitchen, and we did at least 50 episodes probably in the kitchen every week, Monday nights, and literally brought you guys into our home and did Q&A just like this, but did it off of our cell phones, and while getting ready for dinner or just after dinner or whatever. And usually there's no dinner. And that's right. Usually there's no dinner. And there's like tonight, we're going to find something to eat somewhere.
My poor employee had to feed me for Christmas.
I swear.
Yep. Her and her husband.
I cooked some.
Cooked me a turkey.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Eaten in weeks.
It was wonderful. So
going back to that though, at the hair show, that's an interesting point that you made about, that's a professional convention, and about a lot of people not knowing the specialization of curly hair and how to cut it and all those things that we talk about on a weekly basis. And actually that was how I ended up getting lots of models. I did 5 or 6 people on stage. Everyone else did, just 1 or 2. But it was very easy, actually. These are other hairstylists, professionals. But I just walked around the show and went up to people and said, "Hey, how would you like to get a curly cut?" I'm looking at their hair and they're like, I don't know. And I get it, because I wouldn't trust people cutting my hair at a hair show either. However, then I explained what I was going to do, and I told them all about, the techniques, and I promise, I'm not going to cut it short, or whatever their desire was. And then they agreed to it, and every single one showed up, and they were just so blown away and thrilled. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And that's at an industry show.
Correct.
And that's another thing that hasn't really changed. That hasn't really changed much, I'm sad to say, is the professional stylist community as a whole still has not grabbed onto the idea that this is a specialty, and that there's a lot of people out there who are really looking for this specialty, whether it be, the stylists, the techniques, the products, whatever it is. They just haven't. And I don't know why. That particular show, Melanie was on a panel on stage with with 4 or 5 other real industry heavy hitters talking.
There was like 10 of us.
Yeah.
That's when we met Chadwick, and he was, and
you know, lecturing to a crowd, taking Q&A from Michelle Breyer and lecturing to a crowd of maybe 700 or 800 stylists or so. And one of the stylists actually stood up in the front and said, "I'm a professional stylist, and I know how, you know, I don't see the need for, you know, any specialized training. I know how to cut curly. I can cut any kind of hair."
Yeah, she said she learned in a beauty school, and boy, well, that was one of those times where somebody got a lesson, but
it was really uncomfortable.
I wasn't the one who had to, you know, put her in her place.
That was nice.
Luckily, somebody else did, but
yeah,
I kind of probably went along with it. Anyway, yeah, I did. I think I did answer after a couple other people said stuff, but it got a little heated. Yeah, so yeah, interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. So that is in a nutshell how this all came about.
The best transformation that I did that day was on the Dyson chick. That was awesome.
Yeah, I found
we had those pictures. We do have those pictures on the Dyson.
And that was found that one. Yeah, and that was back when I used to do these videos on these shows on my cell phone on my personal page, and I actually went through that show, big industry trade show. You know, it's not for consumers.
People.
Yeah, it's 50,000 people there on a weekend, and professionals, stylists. And I'm walking through, and Dyson's got a booth, and they had just launched that. The new Dyson dryer. They had just launched it. And I went to the booth, and they had a woman who was the sales manager for Dyson selling the units. She's got curly hair.
Disaster.
It's an absolute disaster.
Disaster from head to toe.
Head to toe. Disaster.
Yeah.
So I went up there live with my camera, walked up to her. It showed up in my memories a couple of months ago. I'm like, really? Because I don't know where to find those videos. Yeah. But I walked up to her. I started talking to her about it, and I said, "Why don't you come over and, let's do your hair?" And she did.
Oh, now
and we've
you
got
want
pictures.
Your tiara.
Oh, now you want it because she wants it. She wanted it. But yeah, I mean, there's people, again, right from the industry, selling dryers that lots of curly hair people are using, and
like, how do you
still
sell?
Don't really know how to deal with
that was my thing. Like, how do you sell a hair dryer to a hairstylist when your hair looks terrible? You can't really talk about how amazing it works, unless your hair looks amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a great transformation. It was a lot of fun, and I used the Dyson on her on stage.
Hold that thought. Mm-hmm. Instagram, we're gonna lose you, I know, because we got an hour limit now.
Oh.
Yeah. So we're going to lose you in a couple of minutes.
Oh,
so
okay.
Happy New Year, Instagram. If you want to join us on the YouTube channel. Yeah, there they go.
Oh.
Okay.
Can't you start it over?
Yeah, I could, but
yeah, start it over.
What do you think, Rhett?
At the end.
You wouldn't? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because he's lost the feed anyway.
Okay, well, hurry up.
All right. Okay, so that's it. So you want to do a couple more questions, or should we do another giveaway?
Do another giveaway.
Let's do another giveaway. Okay, I'm going to give away another bottle of the Raw Curls Anti-Frizz Spray. There's your holy grail, kiddos. And also a 4-ounce special limited edition jar of the RH Organics Skincare Anti-Aging Face and Neck Firming Lotion. I use this every day twice. I love it. Look at me. So
people are going to get mad on Instagram if they don't get.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I told them they know to go to YouTube. Well, I can't. I ain't going to show it because it's got to go through his system.
Oh.
So okay. So question number 2. Again, we're going to do it just like we did the first one. Whoever Rhett sees first with the right answer, the exact answer, is going to be the winner. And hold on a second. Okay, number 2. Rhett, are you ready? You watching? He's watching the feed. Okay. So a couple of weeks back, we had Miss Sherry Harbinger.
Oh my God, he said it right. Woo!
Miss, ready? Okay, we should,
Yeah.
Right. So we had Miss Sherry Harbinger, one of the co-founders of Diva Curl and the Diva Curl Academy, on for Q&A for an hour and 15 minutes or so. She's coming on again after the first of the year as well to talk about some more neat stuff. But in the Q&A, she announced something towards the end of a new project that she's working on, new company that she started to help train up more curly hair professional stylists. What's the name of that project?
Mm.
Da, 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 da. Rhett, okay. You know what, Rhett? I have a feeling I may have given you the wrong answer. Okay. Can everybody hear you? I thought it was licensed to lead.
No, that's it. No.
You sure? Then that's it.
They just heard you.
But I don't.
You're talking into the microphone.
I literally just forgot because Rhett's talking in my ear. Maybe we should Google it.
You're scaring Murphy. Big mouth. Big mouth.
It was kind of a scramble here before we.
Lily Novi. Woo!
Lily Novi, congratulations.
Oh. How do you spell it wrong?
Okay. Congratulations.
Yay.
I hope that's right. How much you want to bet Sherry's watching this with her head in her hands? No, she's out having cocktails. That's right. I saw that today.
Ooh.
She's out there.
Oh.
Happy New Year, Sherry.
Yay, Happy New Year.
I butcher her name every time
everything.
She comes in. I butcher her company. I swear it's licensed to lead. You see, all right, here. Okay, I'm going to explain it quick. What happened is I had to get off of the computer that I had all the stuff written on, and because we were trying to load some stuff before the show started, we were running out of time.
Murphy.
And I had to remember it, and like I said before, my memory's not the greatest. All right, so
You're going to work on your memory for the new year. That's your resolution.
Yeah, that's my. I'll resolve for that. So congratulations, Lily. Do you want to do some questions, or you got any fun facts you want to throw out?
I don't have any fun facts. Let's do questions.
You want to do some Q&A? All right, let's do a couple more Q&A. See, that's another thing. That's why I had to use a separate computer, because I couldn't print it off. I couldn't print the questions off like I normally do, so I had to go to this. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Melanie, what are your thoughts about using a foam or a mousse for getting root volume?
Yes, I think those are good tools to use. Absolutely. So
mousse over gel. Gel too heavy if you're trying to get root volume?
No, I mean gel. See, I don't consider gel heavier. Gel is stronger, so it has more of a hold. So mousse and the foam are light and airy, but they don't have as much hold. So I actually like the combination of the two of them, because the mousse and the foams are going to more swell the hair and give you like a fullness and movement. But gel is going to give you that hold. So I like the both of them. I don't look at gel as being heavier. Something heavier is going to be like a cream that's going to weigh the hair down.
Okay. All right. Okay, here's another question. Melanie, I need advice. I have wavy hair. I think about 2B. It's long and color treated. I have not straightened it in around a year. I just found out about this curly girl method a couple of months ago. Anyway, yesterday I washed my hair and did the ACV, the apple cider vinegar rinse. I put a little Diva Curl wave maker in and scrunched, and then air dried. My hair has no definition and it feels really smooth and silky, but hard on the ends and kind of squeaky. It's like I straightened it. What do I need to do? I'm so confused. I'm confused.
Yeah, me too. Where's Sherry?
Where's Sherry?
Well, Wave Maker is one of their new products, so I can't say I'm super familiar with that. Is it a gel consistency? Do you know?
No, I think it's more like a cream.
It's okay. So it's more like a cream. That's exactly what I was just talking about. A cream is going to give you, it's to me a heavier product that's going to give you just softer waves instead of, using a gel. If you want more definition and hold, then I would go to a gel, even a firm hold gel.
Okay. Boy, we've got a lot of, I wonder if it's because of the change in the seasons here. We've got a lot of questions about scalp issues related type of things.
Yeah, my scalp even has been irritated because we have a lot of allergens going on right now. I'm not sure what's blooming or whatever.
Yeah, down here in South Florida.
But yeah, definitely I notice, more itchiness when that's going on.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. Okay. Okay. I'm super new to the curly girl method and definitely don't know everything. I don't either. My hair is super dry, but when I hydrate it like crazy and it gets to where it needs to be, my scalp goes crazy. It's itchy and flaky. Help. How do I hydrate my hair but keep my scalp dry? Now, she doesn't say what products she's using. And, we hear about that with, with a lot of different brands. It's not, and this is not a brand specific issue, but there's a lot of brands that have like the itchy M's in them or ingredients that cause, irritation to some people, not everybody. But she doesn't describe, she didn't list what product she's using, but do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It's a weird question.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Ooh, gosh. So she's saying her scalp is drier, but when she's using moisturizing products. That's odd. Yeah, so it's got to be some kind of a reaction to, whatever she's using because, I can just talk intelligently about the Raw Curls products because they have lots of organic essential oils in them that are soothing and healing to dermatitis situations. So not only is it going to help the hair, but it's also going to help heal and soothe the scalp. So the only thing I can think of is that there's some kind of allergic reaction going on or irritation from whatever product she's using.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So try something different.
Maybe mix up your product game a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to buy a new Denman brush, and I had no idea there were 5-row, 7-row, and 9-row options. What do you use, and does the number of rows of bristles make a difference?
Yes, we've had this question before, and I was correct. Ours are 7 rows. The ones that we typically use and sell have 7 rows. So the more rows, the tighter the teeth, the longer you're going to, be pulling your hair straighter or getting you're going to be brushing through it better, I should say. So, it depends on what your overall goal is, but I typically use the 7-row one. And that type of brush we use more for like a type 4 hair because you need to detangle, and just using your fingers or even a wide tooth comb is not grabbing all the hair. So those teeth, are tighter together and they're a little stronger. So they're able to detangle the hair nicely. But the more rows, the more teeth. So the tighter, does that make sense?
The clump?
Yeah, the more, the straighter, the more you're pulling through your hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Next question.
It's going to elongate. It's grabbing the most
amount of hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm considering getting highlights again. It's been about 1.5 years, and the last remnant was cut off at my last cut. I love the haircut. It's so much easier to style my hair now, but I miss the color. And I miss the contrast. Is there a way to get highlights that won't dry out my hair? I had blonde hair that has turned light brown over the years. I now have gray hairs, highlights, right? Well, that's what I say, highlights, that I'm not concerned about. I just want some color contrast and some shine. She has type 2A to 2C fine medium density. Do you have any recommendations?
I do. So this is one of my specialties, and where a lot of people and hairstylists don't they really don't enjoy working on gray hair because there can be a lot of challenges. I love it because you can utilize those grays as highlights. So you can get dimension using a type of color that we do, which is an organic non-ammonia hair color. So it's very gentle on the hair. It's very conditioning, but you also get more of a translucent coverage, which gives you that dimensional look, just even using with like a one-step color. So that's one way. You can do more of low lights and, just utilize those grays that are in the hair. That's another way. You can also use a a technique that I developed and I trademarked, and I call it a reverse balayage. So that's what I do on almost every single client, and it's beautiful. So it keeps the hair in good condition, and instead of balayaging highlights in, you're balayaging lowlights in, which makes it look like you got a fresh highlight, and it's amazing. And it's really cost beneficial for the client because I don't charge the same that I would for a full head of highlights.
Okay.
But yet you get that multi-dimensional look and healthy hair.
Got it. Okay.
So yay!
Yay!
There's 3.
There you go. Let's do another couple questions. I was going to do another giveaway, but I don't think I can because I can't remember what the question was.
Oh, good Lord! Your
because I couldn't print it off.
You haven't even started
And I was
drinking.
going to say to Rhett, is there a way for you to tell me in my ear without anybody hearing? Okay, hold on. Maybe if he tells me what the answer is. Oh, they're going to cheat. They're not saying nothing. We can't hear you. Okay, what's the answer? Oh, okay. So I know what the question is. Okay, then it's got to be people who watch tonight.
Let's just do another question.
Okay. I don't have another question.
Oh, that's it? Okay, well then that's it.
Then that's it.
Yeah.
We're that far in?
Yes.
Oh my God. All right.
So, Happy New Year.
Okay. Do you want to do a toast and or do you want to finish with a toast? Because we could do another question.
I thought you said you don't have any more questions.
Oh, I meant for a giveaway.
Oh.
Any more giveaway questions? That's really good for post counts. I know Shelby used to cheat that way all the time. It's great. Works like a charm. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Okay. Let's give away one more package. Oh,
what number episode are we on?
No. I got a better one. Oh, this is great. Rhett, you're going to love this. And I want you to tell me what answers show up. Okay. This next one, we're going to do another one. Same thing. Oh, let's make this special. Okay. We're going to get 3 things in this.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to get 3 things in this. You're going to get a bottle of the Raw Curls anti-frizz spray. You're going to get a jar of the 4-ounce RH Organic Skincare anti-aging firming face and neck cream. That's $120-some $30 a package right there. And included, you're also going to get, can you get up and grab that hanging over there? We're going to get
to make more of those.
I do have more. We're going to start putting these on our website at rawhairorganics.com. That's the Raw Curls website. That's the sponsor of the show. It's the only way this show runs is because of that. But we're going to include in this prize package, Murphy Murph.
It goes really good with my dress.
Is going to be one of these limited edition. Can you guys see that? No, you cannot touch my curls. V-neck, high quality, and it's not a cheapy shirt, I swear. That's a good quality shirt. And that's going to be included in the package. Okay, so here's the question. Are you guys ready?
I want one. I gave mine away. I gave it to Evelyn.
Did you? Okay, you can have it.
Yeah, but she wears it.
What size are you? Extra small?
Yeah. I'm an extra small, like my friend thinks. That's known me for 20 years. Yes, because my arms and my shoulders fit in that knot.
Right. Yeah. Sun's out, guns out, right?
Yeah.
What? Okay. All right. You ready? Get ready. Here's the question. Okay. This year in 2019, coming up in March, Miss Melanie has a birthday coming up.
You're going to tell everybody how old I am?
No. But I'll
I don't care.
Right. Okay. So whoever gets it first, what birthday, what age will Melanie be this March in 2019? Rhett, whisper in my ear a couple of numbers, and when you hit it, I'll say yes. That's not it.
Oh. That's not. I was just joking. Wrong.
No.
Wrong.
Keep going. Nope. Yep. There you go.
Oh, 49. Woo!
There you go. 49. Who's our big winner? Patnode. What's the first name? Lori Patnode. You are the.
She's the winner.
You are the.
Murphy.
Oh, Jenna. Is she the one that said Melanie's gonna be 100?
Oh. How dare you?
Oh, dang.
What?
Dang. You guys are all fired.
Oh,
That's
my
it.
gosh.
That's it. We're taking prizes back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, congratulations, Lori. You get the
somebody who doesn't
plus
know
the
me, too.
T-shirt. So, that's cool.
Do I look? He's not even 55. Don't tell me I look older than him.
So I take care of my skin.
Yeah, and I color your hair.
I don't know. You know, that's another thing. Well, we don't have to talk about it.
Murphy.
We're so far into this show.
Okay.
We gotta go. We gotta eat. God, that dog drives me crazy.
Okay.
Anyway,
Because she's gonna get scared.
She's gonna get scared. She's gonna fall off. And
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All
I
right.
don't want that.
Woo!
So anyway, okay. So that's it. You want to do one more question? Or should we wrap it up? We're way into this. Yeah, let's get out of here. Rhett wants to get out of here. He's got.
Yeah.
He wants,
okay. Me too.
He wants to go out
All right.
drinking.
Bye.
Or whatever. Okay. Well, wait. Well, here. You want to toast here? Happy New Year to all you guys.
Happy New Year.
Thank
Happy
you so
100.
very much for being with us.
Happy curls in the new
Yes.
year.
Yes. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. Happy New Year.
Woo!
Happy New Year. Melanie likes the cheap stuff.
We're supposed to do this.
We are. How does we do it?
Wait, I gotta toot my horn.
Toot your own horn.
Oh no, it's not working. Oh.
Who's gonna clean this one?
Happy New Year.
Live television. Fuck. Who's gonna?
You gotta
clean
read directions.
Oh, I got it.
Woo! Yay! Happy New Year.
Who gets to clean this mess up?
Well,
Rhett, you're not going anywhere. All right.
no
so,
more.
anyway.
This is it for
Happy New Year.
100.
This is it for 100. Yeah, go ahead. Pop it.
Oh, it doesn't pop. I'm scared. Doesn't pop.
Ugh. What about those ripped up arms? What about those pipes? I can't even pop a balloon.
I'm gonna pop that balloon.
Oh.
Look it doesn't pop. It's got a hole in it.
Oh, it won't because it's helium. It won't.
Are you gonna suck on the helium? do.
Welcome to the curly hair Q&A. That was dumb.
You should have done it
I'm not.
in the show.
Are we still live? Why are you doing this
Still
to me?
talking. Like, where is it?
I go through a whole 20-minute diatribe in here about people making fun of me and don't make fun of me.
Do it again.
I'm not doing it again.
Happy New Year.
All right, Happy New Year. Anyway, all right, we're done. We're getting out of here. We got stuff to do. I don't know.
See what happens when we start drinking? Oh,
Yeah, see, welcome to 2019. Every show is going to be